Okay, here's a little time lapse in the talking video. I want to talk about the English proficiency thing going on in our country. We've got the Trump administration pushing pretty hard, whether we think it's right or wrong, doesn't seem to make any difference. He's going to be pushing it. What do you guys think? Is it going to give us a advantage in the trucking market? Is it going to hurt us in the trucking market? What do you think that it's going to do to your guys' operation? I think that we have a lot of requirements to get a CDL. One of them being the school. Every state in the country now requires a school to get a CDL. One of the laws we've had on the books for a long time is that you speak and understand the English language, and that hasn't been being enforced for a few years since 2016. So why should we have the law on the books if we're not enforcing it? So if you agree that that's a bad idea, then we should just take the law out completely. If you agree it's a good idea, then we probably ought to enforce it. So I think that we can take almost a stance of indifference on this, other than if we have laws, we ought to enforce them. And so this is one law we haven't been enforcing. So I think it's a good thing overall that we enforce our laws. What do you think it's going to do to our capacity? We have the potential here that we might be reducing our capacity. I think all the experts say that there is not that many non-English speaking drivers in the trucking industry. I don't know where they fall. Every expert says a different number. I think that us as drivers, we see it a little differently. We look around at the shipping facilities and what have you, and we think it's a bigger number than the experts think it is. And nobody really truly knows. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to reduce capacity by 10, 20, 30%, 2% only? And if it does reduce capacity, will that increase rates? I think that most experts would agree that if you reduce capacity, rates will increase, especially on the spot market. A small decrease in overall capacity means that a lot more contract freight will go to spot market. So the other thing we have going on that I want to touch on real quick before the end of the video is we have the Trump stuff going on with reinvestment in our country. We have a lot of manufacturing coming back. We have a lot of pledged building going on, or supposed to be starting. Will that increase? I think that one thing I want to touch on is in the flatbed market. I feel that when we do start breaking ground on these facilities, we will see a kind of a mini boom in the freight market as far as the flatbed, because from day one of breaking ground, the flatbeds will be hauling in the rebar, the flatbeds will be hauling in the steel beams, the flatbeds will be hauling in the lumber, doors, windows, siding, all that stuff. So once the facility gets finished, I think that the dry vans will see a decent boom because they're going to be hauling the products. But I think that the flatbed might see that much earlier because a lot of these facilities will take multiple years to finish. So that's kind of my view. I don't know if I'm right, but please comment on this video if you think I'm right. If you think I'm wrong, just let me know what your comments are. Be interested to hear it.